GPT 5.4 is here. OpenAI literally just dropped this today, and we're going to be testing it out live so you don't have to figure it out yourself. This isn't a small update. We're talking about a brand new model that outperforms the average office worker 83% of the time. You can now control your computer. It plugs directly into Excel and Google Sheets. It uses nearly half the tokens, which means it's faster and cheaper. There's also a new version called GPT 5.4 Thinking, basically a supercharged mode where it slows down and goes deep on the hardest problems. And for the first time ever, it supports a 1 million token context window. That means it can read an entire book, an entire code base, an entire business, and actually remember all of it. I'm going to walk you through everything that's new, what actually matters, what's just hype, and whether it's worth switching from whatever you're using right now. GPT 5.4 is now available in the API and the codex, and GPT 5.4 brings advances in reasoning, coding, and agentic workflows into one frontier model. If you want to get started with using this, you can go over to ChatGPT, and if you've got it and it's already rolled out to you, then you just select 5.4 in the top, right? So you got Pro and you got Thinking. Thinking is like, better for longer answers. Pro is like research grade intelligence. The only issues with Pro is like usually it takes a long time to respond. So just something to be aware of, right? All right, so we're going to go inside here and I'm going to switch. You can actually change the thinking effort as well for Pro. So you can change between standard and extended. I'm going to switch over to the thinking mode because Pro will take absolutely ages. I'm going to try and build this. Now let's just check if we can get Canvas on this as well. Canvas will allow us to preview what we build, which you can, which is great. So I'm going to start off by trying to build a hyper dopamine Pong game, and we'll see how that performs. It's pretty fast when it comes out, actually. Not too bad when it comes to getting the answers quickly. What we can actually do is we can go over to Claude Sonnet 4.6. And we'll change it to Opus. Claude Opus 4.6, and we'll run exactly the same prompt and just see which one gives us the best output, how they perform side by side, and that sort of thing. So we've got ChatGPT over here, and we have Claude over here, and they're both running the same prompt. We'll see how they perform. Now, the other thing to note here as well is like it does pretty well on computer use too. So you can see an example here, like it's operating someone's emails, and then over here it's working on a bulk data entry as well. So it can like fill out forms and that sort of thing. So I think one of the improvements is that it's designed for computer use, right? It's designed to be much better at computer use as well. Let's see what we're up to. All right, I think we've got the outputs here. Yep. So we've got the finished version of this Pong game from ChatGPT. Claude is still building out, so we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's have a look and see how this performs. So it's winning on speed when it comes to Claude, but let's see if it's winning on outputs. So this is the game itself that's been built. But it's not bad. It's pretty cool. For some reason, I'm not playing the computer. It's just like me versus me, which is kind of annoying. But it did beat Claude on speed. Let's see how Claude performs in terms of the actual game. I would actually say in some ways, I think the game that ChatGPT created was a bit more interesting. Let's just go back to ChatGPT here. Look at this one. This is way more fun, no? So, I mean, in terms of the outputs, side by side, I would say that GPT 5.4 created a better game. Not recommending switching or anything like that, but it creates something pretty nice. It's done a decent job there for sure. Let's try something else now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the information from my website here, and we'll, this is an actual use case. So we're going to say, right, take the information from my AI profit boarding website and create a new redesign. Let's see how it performs when it comes to creating a new website for my AI profit boarding community. So it's beginning to do that right here. Is this AI or the real person? This is a real person. So I've just plugged the copy right in from my website, plus this prompt on redesigning the AI profit boarding website. And then it's going to start creating a new version here. And we'll see if it's better than the original. The original was actually built directly with Claude. So it'll be interesting to see, okay, which one outperforms each other. Let's have a look here for computer use. How are people using that? Is that just through, I assume that's through the agent, unless you've got your own sort of like browser extension, like Nano browser for using your computer. I've seen people using ChatGPT operator to test that. All right, so we've got agent over here. We could test this out and see how the computer use goes. So I'm going to say, okay, create a list on Google Maps of the best Copenhagen bakeries, because who isn't looking for bakeries in Copenhagen right now. And we'll test it out and see how that performs in terms of speed on the operator as well. I guess this would be pretty good inside ChatGPT Atlas as well. But yeah, it's pretty fast. Look at that. It's a lot faster than it used to be, for sure. So this is the agent being tested inside ChatGPT Operator. We've now got the website back as well. So let's see how that performs. So it's beginning to create the environment for that. I don't know why ChatGPT always does this, but when it's designing websites, it always seems to have like this bit over here. Just doesn't look good on web design. Should be like cleaner. Like this should be the main sort of banner, and then that should be underneath, like if you scroll down the page. Overall, it's not bad, but that doesn't seem like a huge step up from the designs I've created with Codex before. Certainly, Sonnet beats it in terms of the design and the UI that it would normally create. So I would say Claude is winning in that respect. The other thing I'm not 100% sure of is if we're using Operator. Let me just double check here. Yes, if you're using Operator, it doesn't say that it's implemented inside so there's no confirmation that GPT 5.4 is inside Operator.ChatGPT. That's what I'm wondering. Although it does seem to have become a lot faster in general. But overall, it's one of those where I don't think I would switch anytime soon, but it seems pretty decent, right? It seems like a decent start. I just think that Claude is so far ahead at this point, like it's almost impossible to catch up. So just to recap on GPT 5.4, literally just came out. It's built for work, so it's designed to be less error prone, more efficient, and better at workplace tasks like drafted documents. It can create files in fewer tries, and it outperformed office workers 83% of the time, which is pretty crazy. It uses fewer tokens and it's faster, so it's faster and cheaper. And then also it can control your computer. On top of that, it can work inside Excel and Google Sheets as well, right? And there's two versions that I can see of it, which is GPT 5.4 Thinking, which is, you know, the version that we've been using for creating the websites today. But then you've also got GPT 5.4 Pro, which is probably super powerful and amazing for research, but it just takes too long to test on videos like this.